Hello aspirants, I'm Indumati Karthikeyan from InKar IAS Academy. Today we are going to see about the Hindu current affairs 26th November. This topic comes under the WAQF property, WAQF land from the GS1 communalism topic. A violent clash broke out after a group of people opposed construction work on a plot for a private land near a dargah in Jalsa town that claiming the work property for police said on Monday. That is actually what is in the news. That is that protest had broken out Sambal on Sunday morning after a local court ordered an archaeological survey of the 16th century mosque, the Shahi Jama Masjid, uh, acting on a petition claiming that a Hindu temple once stood in that place. So, amid clashes with the police, at least 5 people have died from bullet injuries, which triggered the Sambal protest. There is a way over the past 3 years, Hindu nationalist groups and activists have flooded an Indian judiciary to the petition across several states alleging that Muslim religious sites are built on Razad Hindu temples. On November 19, a local court Sambal heard one such petition which claimed that Harihar temple was converted into a mosque into 1529, pleading to the Archaeological Survey of India how to manage and have to complete control over the site. The court ordered to survey the mosque premises, which took place on the same day. The team, however, returned for a second visit in the early hours of Sunday morning, and the news spread panic quickly across the town that Mashood Al Farouk, an advocate who part of the survey team, told Al Jazeera that his misinformation spread quickly that the survey them was digging inside the mosque and is triggered the crowd gathered around the mosque. He said, adding from his experience, we found nothing out of the place contradicting evidence. That is, what are the key amendments? First of all, we must know about the work property and work land. That is a key amendments made in the 2024. That is, there is a transparency is required. The bill outlines around 40 amendments to the current Work Act, including that Work Board will be required to undergo mandatory verification for all the property claims, and also ensuring the transparency. And also there is a gender diversity. Section 9 and 14 the WAQF Act 1995 will be amended, that is to modify the composition and functioning of the work board, including to addition of the women representatives. And also there is a revised verification procedure required. That new verification procedure will be introduced in the work property to address disputes and also prevent the misuse of the property, with district magistrate potentially overseeing these properties. And also there is a limited power in the amendment respond to concern about the work boards unchecked powers, which has the extensive land being claimed as a work causing the disputes and misuse of claims. And also, for example, in September 2022, Tamil Nadu Work Board claimed entire Tiruchendurai village, which is prominently Hindu. And also there is a why this amendment can be happened. That is a Work Act 1995 has been criticized. That is a reduced power. That is actually in limits the authority of work board, affecting their ability and manage work properties. And also it critics worry it might harm about the interest of the Muslims communities, that is minority right concerns that use these properties for religion and charitable purpose. And also there is an involvement of the district magistrate, and more oversight could lead to the excessive bureaucratic interference. And also there is a involvement in the district magistrate and other government official to overseeing work properties may be viewed as an encroachment of the religious autonomy. And also there is a potential disputes. The verification process like involvement on district magistrate might create more disputes and also the complication. Actually, what is Waqf Act? First of all, we must know there is a background of Act was was first of all passed by Parliament in the year of 1954. It was later repealed. A new Waqf Act was passed in the year of 1995, which gave more power to the Waqf boards. In 2013, there is a act further amended to grant the Waqf board extensive power and designate property as Waqf property. Waqf, it is a permanent dedication, movable or immovable properties to the religious charitable purpose. It is recognized by the Muslim law. So Waqf property means it's a movable, immovable property of religious property. So it implies that endowment of the property, that is whether movable or immovable, tangible or intangible, to God by a Muslim under the promises that the transfer will benefit to the needy. So the proceed of the work, typically educational institution, graveyards, mosques, and also shelter homes. So Waqf in India regulated by the Act Waqf India Act 1995. Overall management, that is a survey commission, list all the properties declared as a work by conducting local investigation, summoning witnessing, and also requisitioning the public documents. The work to manage a mutawali who acts as a supervisor, unlike the trust established under the Indian Trust Act 1882, which can serve broader purposes of the dissolved by the board work for specifically a religious and also for only for the charitable uses and not for the involved extended to the perpetual. Waqf can be either, that is a public servicing charitable ends, or private benefiting property owner direct descendants. To create a waqf, one must be sound mind and also hold a valid ownership of the property. Interestingly, the creator of a waqf, known as a waqf, does not have a Muslim as long as the professed belief in the Islamic principle. And we must know but what is Waqf Board. Waqf Board is a legal entity capable of acquiring, holding, and also transferring the property. It can sue that it to be sued to the court. In administration, Waqf properties recovers lost properties that unsanctioned, that transform in immovable Waqf property through sale, gift, mortgage, and also exchange or lease, which is a least two-thirds of the board members voting in favor of the transaction. The Central Waqf Board Council, also established in the year of the 1964, to oversee and also advise the state Waqf boards across all over the India. And also we must know the what is Waqf property. The board is said to be a third largest landholder in India after the railways and also defense department. That is the third largest landholder. Currently there are 8,72,292 registered Waqf property spread across the 8 lakhs acres. These property generate 200 crore in revenues. So once a property designated as a Waqf, it becomes a non-transferable and also detained perpetually as a charitable act towards the God, essentially transferring ownership to the God. So what is the conclusion for these things? The Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 enhance the management and transparency of the Waqf properties in India by improving governance, accountability, and asset utilization. It empowers the Waqf board to ensure benefit reach intended community. This amendment aims to preserve the Waqf integrity while promoting social welfare and although economic development, potentially fostering greater trust and community engagement. Thank you so much.